would you like to make this sign or even this sign? If that looks pretty cool and you want to see how I done it, keep watching. Hey everyone, it's April, and thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I had a request from a viewer. Her name was Doris Brophy, and she wanted to learn. I had showed this sign when I was doing the Switch-A-Roo, and I will link it in the description box. I'll plug it in somewhere. But when I was doing the Switch-A-Roo, I had showed this sign, and she had left me a sweet comment, and she wanted to know if I could do a video on how I made this truck. So that's what we're going to do today. With the sign that we're going to make today, I did create a template for, it's not this truck exactly, but it's one very, very similar to it, just a tiny bit bigger. I will post the outline of the truck and all of that. It will be down in the descriptions. That way you can print it off and you can have the outline of the truck. And all this is foam board. You can get the foam board at the Dollar Tree, and you just outline the foam board and cut it out, and then from there you just kind of paint it and stuff, which I explain a little later in the video. But if you are still interested and want to see how I make my new sign, then keep watching. Okay, this is what I've decided to do. What I had done was just Mod Podge some cardstock paper onto it. So I've pulled this out, and when I cut my foam board out and paint it, then my truck's gonna sit roughly about right in the middle. I'm gonna take this heart off. This is gonna be the back side, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, I'm gonna take. Now, the next step that I'm going to do, I cannot make up my mind if I wanted the green. This is like a green with the darker green polka dots. So I wasn't sure if I wanted that or if I wanted this black and white buffalo check, which that's pretty much what my house is decorated in. So what I think I'm going to do, and I hope it turns out, we will be doing this together, so I don't know. I know you can tear paper and put it together and it just looks good. So just tear bits of paper, random sizes, just kind of give it a torn look, torn edge, whatever. Then we're going to lay it down. And I'm going to Mod Podge that. Then I'm going to take some green and do it the same way, and we'll kind of have some layers. Okay. I think I'm finally ready. So, if you've never Mod Podged anything, you want to do the layer that it's going on first. And you don't do a super thick layer, just kind of do a thin layer. And then put your part down, your piece of paper, whatever. And then you're going to go back over it. And it should lay down like that, and then it should dry clear. And you just play around with this. If you don't want to cut it up into several pieces like this, by all means just put you one big piece on. And it doesn't have to be this long rectangle sign. It can be this one I done. It was a heart. It was left over from Valentine's that year that I done this. If you see that it's wanting to come up, just put a little more glue, kind of stuff it under it, and that should lay it back down. Okay, there it is. I think it's kind of cool. I'm gonna try to post some pictures with this one because the video isn't doing it justice. Now this has to dry. Once it's dry, then we can finish it. What I want to do now is take my template and cut out my poster board. I'm gonna sand it with the sanding sponge, just kind of round out the edges of it. right, she's ready to be painted. Okay, well, I went to go get my paint. I went ahead and decided to draw the window in. And all I done, I took my template and put back on and moved that up just slightly. Took my little pencil and drew that bottom line. And that was my starting point. I've got my metallic paint. This is, you choose any color you want, period. I chose green simply because it's for St. Patrick's Day. But you use whatever color you want, and I'm gonna paint the whole truck, but I'm gonna paint everything else green except for where I think my lights are gonna be, which that's the headlight right there. That's your headlight. That's your front bumper. That's your rear bumper. So I'm gonna leave those three alone, and I'm gonna leave the wheels alone. But everything else I wanna paint. I'm finally back. It's been a few days. I want to show you what I've been doing, and any of this that I have not shown, or I kind of sped it up, and there's something you'd like to see in more detail, please leave it down in the comments below, and I'll make sure that I'll do another video with it detailed. But I just didn't want to make this a super duper long video and then potentially bore people. So I got some of this done since you've seen last. This is what I've got so far. Now, on the truck, you saw me paint it. It is not the best paint job. I'm not the painter in the family. That's my daddy. he makes beautiful paintings that you hang on your wall. But all I tried to do was just go in with like some shadow, and then obviously some highlights. And I told you with the template that I'm going to send you, there will be the outline, but then there will be the inner. And take a craft knife and kind of cut your paper and cut out the lines, and then put it back down. Because see, mine was already cut out, because mine I got it off Cricut, or I made it off Cricut. That's why mine was already cut. But for yours, it won't be. I'll have to, like I said, do the template. But I sort of took a pencil and just indented some of the lines as some of my guidelines. And then I sort of went from there. And then I just kept painting over it. I would do, you know, mixing some of my white with my green or black or whatever. And I would do some highlight shadows. And then I'd go back over with the green of the truck. I kept going over and over and over. At some point, I even used like my Sharpie to kind of halfway make those a little bit better of a circle. And then also you want to take your black Sharpie and just kind of, it finishes it off. You want to outline. If you could see, I've outlined all of that with that black Sharpie. I outlined where the handle is and the mirror. But anyway, that's enough on the truck. And so then if you've watched any of my other videos, you have seen these. It's just, well, if you watched that wreath video, I used a couple of these. I got these at the Dollar Tree. There's the two colors of the shamrocks, and so I just glued those on. And then this is just those picks. You definitely see me use those on that wreath if you watch the wreath. If not, I'll try to link it. But I just stuck those in there. On my old one, with my old one I'd done several years ago, I had just broken or cut up some popsicle sticks to make it look like the wood bedding in the back of one of these older trucks. But I didn't do that with this one, and I'm not going to. Just for something different. But you can compare the two. This template I had got years ago. It was off a YouTube channel. I think it's called CrafDee, D-E-E. If I'm wrong on that, I will correct it here when I edit. But I will link her channel in the description box below. But I went back to try to find the video where she had her template, and I could not find that video. So I just made my own template, and that's what I'm going to put in the video. I'm going to link it below so you all can just print it off of your printer at home, hopefully, if I can get this done right, and and you'll have it. But that's one reason why these trucks look slightly different too. I've been talking too long on that truck, so let's carry on. Now, you probably are asking how in the world I got these pictures on here. This is vinyl. This is a white printable vinyl. So I just, I done my pictures, and I can show you how to do that if you want to know in more detail how I done these vinyl pictures. And this one, this space is left for my girls. Now, over here's my grandbabies, and you will see that their faces are blurred out. I don't want to show their faces without approval from their mom, and I haven't talked to her about it, so that will be blurred out. But there's my girls. So I'm gonna show you how I put this on. But I'm glad I kind of done this yesterday because it let me know that it's starting to peel up some. So I'm gonna go in there with just a little bit of hot glue to seal that down. And then after everything is done, I'm gonna go back over with one more coat of Mod Podge to kind of just seal everything back in, hopefully. And then all I done for back here, I just took some green jute cord that you get at the Dollar Tree, or the jute twine, but this green stuff I got at the Dollar Tree. And I just cut string in half, and then I folded the 2 halves in halves. I tied a knot at the end of it, of each one. I feel like I have gabbed and gabbed, and I don't know if anything got accomplished other than me getting on your nerves. Okay, like I said, this is just vinyl. And so you can take your fingers and try to separate it. Like right there, it's starting to separate. Or you can take your pick, your weeding tool, and try to separate it. There we go. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna take just a squirt of glue to try to go under that picture a little bit, because it is not. Okay, you're not gonna be able to see it too good yet, but I took some vinyl, and I can show you how I done this if you wanna know. And I'm taking this color green and this color gold. And I have cut out one Lucky Mama and one Lucky Mimi, and that's what I'm gonna put on here. I only get an excuse to use this. Now if I'm lucky, I'll get this off. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight with this for a while. I'll be right back. Okay, I finally fought with that and got it loose. So I'm just gonna put it over top of I think my phone died or went off or something in the middle of me struggling and fighting with this vinyl. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. But here is one Lucky Mama, and that one is above my girls. I'm taking my transfer tape. And you don't have to do 2 colors. I just thought it would stand out more if I did 2 colors. You just want to burnish it down really, really, really good. Oh, okay, now. Yeah, you can see. All right, I'm going to put this one right here. One Lucky Mama, and there's the one Lucky Mimi. And here it is afar off. Okay, from this point you can be done. You can add a bow. Okay, you probably can't really see it. I can barely see it, but right there, it ripped just a little tiny bit. I'm gonna take this little tiny shimmer on, I'm gonna lay it. Check. You did not see none of that, so I'm so sorry. The fun thing about embellishments is it can hide some of your mistakes, but you can see the little one there where I tried to hide my mistake. Then I thought that'd be pretty. Let me see if I can do it the right way. Yeah, there we go. And then I added that, and there's where the other one had ripped just slightly. Okay, here it is. The only step I have left to do, I'm going to take my Mod Podge like I did in the beginning to put this paper on. I'm going to take the Mod Podge and I'm just going to give it a thin coat, the entire thing, pictures and all, which these I have sprayed with some clear sealer spray. So I don't think that the Mod Podge will ruin that since I sprayed it first. But I can go over that more if you want to see how I done this vinyl. But anyway, I don't think I need to show you how to go back over it and then let it dry and it be done. That way I can go ahead too and get this video on out for you. But there it is. I hope that you like it. That's the new one, and I'll show you one more time the old one. Now see this, there, I'm glad I went ahead and showed you this again. This was printed on, it was either printer paper or cardstock. I want to think it was cardstock. But it was just printed on that, and then I went over it with the Mod Podge and everything. So you can see the difference between that and that vinyl. That vinyl, it looks pretty much like a picture. It's just a sticker, picture sticker, whatever. So you can see a clear difference in the quality of doing it that way. I love this printable vinyl. That is it. That is the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that it's something that you can make for St. Patrick's Day. You've still got a few days left. You got about a week left, so it won't be up long, but you'd have it for next year. Or you can take this idea and further it. You could make it look like Easter. You could just make it look like spring. There's 100 ways you can go with that. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and let me know that you liked it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would be honored if you would hit that subscribe button and become a part of our family. And I will stop gabbing now, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.